basically outlining the archaeological resources that we have in the country, because we are addressing largely an audience of non-archaeologists. So the aim of my presentation was to give them an appreciation of the vast resources that we have in archaeology in the country. Well, you know that most of the sites that we have the archaeological sites that we have here, some of them are world-renowned sites which are visited by lots of people. So in terms of economic development, the tourism sector benefits quite a lot from archaeological resources. If you look at sites like Great Zimbabwe, this is one of the most visited sites in the country, and as a result, it contributes to the national gross domestic product. Socially, people want to associate with certain inheritances from the past, and archaeological resources help to foster that sense of identity and consciousness about some of the achievements of past communities. Well, development partners bring in all kinds of assistance. It may be in terms of sharing ideas with local experts and complementing each other in the management of the sites, because the way different archaeological resources are managed is different from various parts of the world, depending on the nature of the resource and also the available resources. So in terms of sharing ideas and what is the best practice, for example, when you look at archaeological conservation, that there is a lot of sharing, because in our case, for example, we may have quite a lot to do with indigenous knowledge systems, and then the development partners may also bring in the scientific components to some of these elements. If you look about funding, they are very critical as well in providing funding for various projects in the country, funding for equipment, funding for all other resources that are required in conservation planning and development. Indigenous knowledge systems are now widely acknowledged, and even on the intellectual property protection throughout the world, indigenous knowledge systems are now recognized as contributing to and complementing also the scientific methods. And some of the foreign methods of doing things do not augur well with the materials of certain places. So you will find that indigenous knowledge systems are much better for certain interventions than the scientific knowledge. So worldwide, and they are at UNESCO level, indigenous knowledge systems are being protected. You know that we have for example, the Convention on the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage. That also recognizes indigenous knowledge systems that we have.